All right. Hopefully, there's not gonna be anything. All right. Comment. All right. Cool. Um. So is everything working now, stream-wise? Looks like it. Let's turn monetization on. Monetization. Turn on. Oh, YouTube, why are you being so funky? Alright. Yeah, I'm back. Just a little bit of technical difficulties. So I deleted the other stream that was only like 10 minutes. I don't know why the internet was like freaking out, but it was. So kind of as I was saying, to kind of just redo it, we got a new ban and restriction list, and I feel like this list was good, but it wasn't enough to actually try to fix my personal issues with the game, and by extension, I guess, a lot of other people's opinions on where the current direction of the game is. So I'm going to start trying to explore some of the other options that we have with some of the decks that did get affected, because I feel like this was a very, very light love tap for the game. In terms of the bans and restrictions, this would have been a really good list like 4 months ago. So everything here just kind of feels like not really a head scratcher. Like some of it's pretty obvious on like the problems that they present, but some of them are just like, I really don't get it. But I guess I don't have to get it because it's Bandai's game. They can do whatever the heck they want with it. So the deck I was going to be exploring first was Mirage. So obviously here is a near competitive version of Mirage. Obviously with the main Mirage hit, the easiest thing you could do is just play the other Mirages. So you have BT13 and you have BT4. Don't really know which one you would want more. I think both of them have their own merits. I think more people are going to lean to the BT13 one, but I do think BT4 kind of has a slot just because he could be a really cheap to Evo level 4. So that's going to be really fun. And I think like this engine, like this package, everything but the level 6s, I feel like something with this shell, similarly to what's its face, Leviamon and the Purple Dog engine. The fact that the Purple Dog engine wasn't hit blows my mind. And like you just use any generic purple level 6 to do whatever you want with, and I feel like this little package is in the same realm as the Purple Dog stuff, and we just need a good pairing of level 6s to kind of like really show and highlight what we can do. So I think exploring that is going to be fun. My base idea is using Invisimon. So, like, if we're playing with how many level 6s? 6 level 6s. So I was thinking, I know cutting the Hexablow is like blasphemy, but we could run 3 of this and 3 Ancient Garus. There you are. So, obviously, we would cut these, and we probably would want to run, Volder Arm. I feel like this could be a really fun iteration of the deck. Just because, like, Invisimon, as we saw from Worlds, is actually, like, legitimately a pretty strong Digimon. Highly underrated Digimon, but a very strong Digimon nonetheless. So yeah, there's that. Then we do have Hexablowmon. We obviously can lean on a little bit more. Why are... There we go. Alright, cool. Alright. So, like, this was the fever dream I was having. So, like, you have Invisimon and Ancient Garu. So maybe you go 2 Invisimons and 4 Ancient Garus. I don't necessarily know the ratios. I think you just need to see at least one of each. Because the idea is you could use a Volder Arm for either of them. I guess let's use the base Volder Arm. So because Volder Arm can DNA off of yellow, which Ancient Garu covers, and it also can DNA off of black, which is what Invisimon covers. If we wanted to, we could even run a Medieval Gallant, because that card's just stupid. And then we could change out the Tamers. And this is the part where I kind of was struggling a little bit with the Tamers, but because of how Ancient Garu works, I was thinking like Battle NPC. NPC. So, like, Battle NPC could be pretty cute. And then we also have, what's his name? Marvin. So, like, Marvin also could be pretty fun. We could even take out the Zudo Ace if we really wanted to and run more Mocks. Because, like, Mock is a pretty funny card. With the fact that, we could Invisimon, go back into a Mock, and then the Mock would allow us to use the Ancient Garu to do some better things. So, like, the base example is, like, we could use the BT11 Mock, so we could Digivolve into him, gain Blocker, and then gain plus 2000 DP or whatever. Then we Digivolve into Invisimon. We swing with Invisimon, knowing full well we won't get the inheritable ability to trigger. So that way we then can get the ability to trigger going into our Ancient Garu. So, like, that's just a base level example of, like, how some of the synergy between these two cards kind of work. And then the Chaos Volder Arm just lines up nicely. So we did build Mirage. It literally is just play the other Mirages. That's the answer. I was testing it out at locals and it still works. It's not as hyper powerful because you don't have that free security burn, but you still can just line up enough attacks to where it just functionally doesn't matter. So you could use a combination of the other ones. I still think you kind of need the Hexablow a little bit more than ever, just because like 2 Hexablows covers a lot of bases, and then you also have BT13. So like I chose to run 2 BT13s just for more Tamer removal, because Tamer removal is obviously very important. And then I also was running 1 BT4 because it's a incredibly cheap level 6 Digimon to go into, acting kind of like the other half of the BT11 one. But like, as I was kind of saying, like, this shell kind of is just super easy to work with because of the fact that, like, almost all of these cards are hyper generic. So like the only change you could maybe want to make is like maybe playing less of this and playing more of this, just because you would want more chances to see jamming. So maybe like a 3-2 split, just because the memory gain, while it's good, might not necessarily be the exact thing you want, and we just want more jamming. So like maybe something like this is possible. I don't necessarily know if this needs to be Marvin or if it could be Homer. So like Homer, when you play a blue Digimon, you get to suspend this Tamer and place a blue level 4 Digimon to the bottom of the Digivolution source. So like the idea is you could use Homer to set up Invisimon, so that way you could get a source underneath so you can Invisi again. Marvin's just a little bit easier to do it because he does it himself. And if we don't have jamming in our stack, so like maybe we do go like something like this. So if we don't have jamming in our stack, then he could give jamming to our Digimon. Then the other thing I was playing around with was the mocks. Like maybe we do want to bring back a mock Gao instead of the Zudo Ace. Like Zudo Ace isn't bad, but I think like maybe mock Gao can still do some really interesting things because of the fact that Ancient Garu would be able to trigger the ability to unsuspend. So it's not bad. And then Battle NPC, obviously we want to stash Gao underneath with Battle NPC. And the reason why we're running Battle NPC, yes, it's a memory fixer, but because it's actually a tamer that deletes itself, and then the Ancient Garu can reset it up. So, like, there's a lot of these, like, micro-level ideas in play. What is the, I guess, memory boost? It's a green one, isn't it? Why does it have to be green? So, like, I was almost thinking also on running Jade memory boost, but unfortunately, because of the fact that Jade memory boost is green, because Jade would be able to find Volder Arm. So maybe I go one down a Volder Arm. Well, let's try running 3 Volder Arms, and then I could always change this to an Ace later. Because I do think, like, Aces are, like, level 7 Aces still have a slot, but I think, like, this could be something really fun to mess around with. So let's go ahead and save that and test this out. Yeah, Marvin also makes it so I don't leave a body out too, which is why I prefer it over Homer. Homer is just a more generically usable card. I'm going second, so I do get the card draw, so I could reasonably keep this hand. It's not the greatest hand ever, but it still can work. But yeah, that just this just goes to show, like, clearly Bandai is not hitting the correct things in my perspective. So we basically have our full line. We just need to find the Invisimon, and we're good to go. I will just do this. I would have rather had that. So the beta dies for free because of collision, so let's just not do that, and we'll just pass turn. I could have digivolved into either of these, but I don't think I really needed to. He's giving himself protection. Does this can't be bounced? It can't be deleted by effects and it can't be DP reduced. So I could still bounce this. So I could still like move out and go Ancient Garu. So how much memory is he going to leave me? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter how much memory he leaves me because I just do my thing. Because I Honkoon, spit out the Gao. The Gao will trigger the draw, so that way the Inheritable gain me a memory, plus this will gain me a memory. So I could Evo into Honkoon for 1. This can't be deleted by effects barrier. What does this actually do? On play when Digivolve, recover 1, then blah blah blah, nothing. During all turns, when security stack are removed, minus 8k. So basically this does nothing. Okay, cool. So I just move out, and then I just go Ancient Garu, and then he basically loses the game? Is that what we're doing here? Like, it's these types of interactions here that I personally think is incredibly unhealthy for the game. Would have been nice to see a tamer, but, I mean, I out his Digimon anyway. He only has 7 cards in hand, so that'll make it 8. So I could Evo into here for free. But I think I'm better off saving it for next turn. And I think just outing his Digimon is just better. Goodbye. There, easy. So even though like right now I won't be able to DNA into Volder Arm, just the fact that this already put such a huge tempo swing is insane. Oh, hold on. Hey. Sorry about that, chat. But yeah, so, like, I'm already severely way farther ahead than my opponent. Like, yeah, it sucked that I didn't exactly gain all of the memory back, but, like, just the fact that, like, next turn, I'll be able to evolve into this Gao, and then, like, use his ability again is kind of nuts. Oh, I guess he's just gonna kill it outright. I mean, I guess that's a choice. Cool. I guess it didn't matter then. Oh, there's the battle NPC I was looking for. So we're gonna use the scramble to Digivolve here. I do have jamming, right? Yeah, I do have jamming. So I could just get this free check here. Unsuspend. Add to hand. Get another security check. Then I don't need to waste time setting up the battle NPC. So I'm probably just going to memory boost and mental training. I already have enough, so I guess I will just take the rookie. And then we'll just mental training. Probably just take another mental training. So far, I haven't seen the Invisimon, but it really doesn't matter. Because, again, I'm just in such a good spot. What's up? I am testing out some mental madness that I was cooking up while on my drive to locals. Because of the ban and restriction list on Mirage. Like, yes, it hurts Mirage, but after testing Mirage at locals, it really doesn't. So we get a return. So we're just going to play this out for free. We're going to throw a rookie underneath. And then I get to return this and play out a rookie. So we're going to add Ancient Garu. No, yeah, we need to add Ancient Garu. And then play out this. That draws me the Ancient Garu. Yeah, so literally him just hard playing this did, like, actually nothing. And now with the Madoki beta setup, even when when I check his security, like, this wouldn't trigger. So I should be fine. Oh, there's the Invisimon. So this is the real card we wanted. So now we're in a really good spot. Yeah, he just hard playing this was a mistake. Because I should just be able to win the game. Because let's go Invisi. Invisi deletes this. What's the top card of his security? It's an Oreo. Oh, I don't have jamming here. So I have to find a way to have jamming, which this is fine. I actually just have enough memory to DNA. We'll just pop this. I just eat one of these. Nom nom nom. Sure, they could do that. I'm just gonna BM real hard. Just because I basically have won the game. Bam. And then this also resets my attacks. Like, holy crap. There, see? Very easy. Wait, this makes me curious. Can you see face-up cards in the simulator? Yeah, you can see face-up cards in the simulator. You were able to do that because of the royal base stuff. So I'll show the madness real quick again. So like basically instead of like, because they didn't touch the engine because this card is egregiously stupid. Like you could, if you wanted to, yes, you could just easily swap the Mirages out with the other Mirages, and then the deck basically remains the same. It's just a tiny bit weaker. But the thing that I was playing with was the fact that you do have, like, Invisimon and Ancient Garurumon that actually have some pretty good synergy with each other. So, like, that's really fun to mess around with because of the fact that we have Folder Arm for the DNA, and we have good control with these two. Like, this is just my own unique idea on, like, trying to figure out, like, how to break this engine, because this engine is just so prime to be abused, it's not even funny. So I don't necessarily know if the Mach Gao is worth it. It could easily just be the Vike Aces, but the idea on the Mach Gao is, one, it's a cyborg, so that should work with Marvin. So that way if I don't have jamming, I could put it in. So maybe the Zhukwai, like, running this at 1 is still correct instead of this at a lower amount. So, like, maybe I just need less jamming in Heraldal because I have here. But even with, like, regardless, the fact that, like, Marvin kind of interacts with Mach is, like, a little funny, haha. And then, obviously, Marvin's in here for Invisimon if I want to reuse it over and over again. And then Ancient Garu is able to, like, replay these in case anything happens, while also being a card that interacts with this engine because it likes adding cards to the opponent's hand. So this is a very, like, this is probably the next best card to easily abuse this engine. So, like, that's the idea behind the deck. Granted, my opponent bricked, but even if they didn't brick, I think I was still in a really commanding spot. This is pretty okay. Would have liked to see more pieces, but I at least have the ability to search out more. I have the Volder Arm in hand, so that way I don't need to try wasting time searching it out. Even if, like, there's so much native card draw to this deck to where I think, like, even having Volder Arm be unsearchable, it's still fine. Like, you don't need the level 7 to win the game. So, like, maybe that's a misconception that I'm, like, trying to play too hard into. And maybe I should just run, like, one level 7 ace instead of Volder Arm. But, like, the part of the idea behind Volder Arm was the partition. So, like, you could partition the Ancient Garu, and then you could partition the Invisimon, and then that makes it so obnoxious to get rid of this Volder Arm. So, that's kind of, like, the ideas that I was playing with for, like, where the level 6s fit in, and then you just have generic, like, let me go fast engine. Like, sure, you don't have the ability to rip the opponent's cards out of their hand, but I don't think you care. Like, I honestly don't think you care if you just win the game. That's a pretty good draw. So, now I have two options. I could Mental or I could Gao. Both are very good. I want to give them as little memory as possible, so I think I Gao first. What does this actually do? Oh, it's just the Searcher. Yeah, I just think I throw out the Gao. I probably shouldn't be throwing out the Gao in case I get, like, Battle NPC. Because Battle NPC plus this Gao is, like, the most ideal thing we could do. Yeah, and both have, both level 6s have on plays. So it's, like, it's extra obnoxious. So I'm going to hide, like, I'm going to hold this in Raising. And then I'm just going to set up a Mental. Oh, there's the Invisimon. Can I go up? So, this, I can't go up. So, I do have to set this up. Let's go ahead and swing, get the security check. That's annoying. So, I might as well just blue memory boost because he's just got a memory fixer. Probably just another Gao, right? Like, more tempo is always good. At least, like, this then allowed me to try to find something else. Choke me to 1. I think they're just gonna try OTKing me next turn. So the big question is, do I then try to Invisimon this turn? Because this will Evo for 0, crack this. I need to make the swing, so I can't Invisimon this turn. That's unfortunate. So I guess I just check more security. Another AG. That's not exactly good. I think he still kills my Midoki. Like, memory for his deck really doesn't matter. So, yeah, I think I just set up and hope he doesn't kill me. We'll take the level 5. So he's just going to have a butt ton of memory to work with this turn. So hopefully I could draw into a Mirage. Or not a Mirage. An Ancient. Like, if I find an Ancient Garu, I should be in a good spot. I mean, he just has so much memory, he could do whatever he wants. So, if I moved this out, I could have hid Invisimon in my security. Oh, interesting. Yeah, there's the Fen. That's going to be able to delete this and do a whole bunch of checks. Like, I honestly don't know what Bandai was thinking. We just moved back to this and still OTK. So, he alliances, because this is... Or did he miss the alliance window? Death X. That's an interesting choice. Not one I would have made. So the big question is, did he miss his alliance window? Yeah, because this is all still mid-attack, so he should reasonably be able to alliance here. Because that's like half the point of this. But he doesn't have the unsuspend, so he can't kill me. Oh, he's just normally playing Taka? How is he getting it out then? Like, is he just hoping to just have 2 Megas sit on the field? So now what does he do? Like, that's the big question, is he made his attack. Oh, well, there was 1 insecurity, so... Invisimon should still be able to do a lot of work here. Especially since he didn't clear out my Digimon. Does this not delete anything? Oh, it was mid-attack, so he couldn't delete anything. Okay. Yeah, that's why. Because he missed the when attacking timing. Just to try to deal some damage. He might want to get rid of this. I don't know if he's playing the, Oh, he's gonna digivolve into hell to get rid of this. And then he gets to hatch a new egg, gain 2 memory. Oh, no, he can't. No egg underneath. I mean, like, so this is where it's like, I think Bandai just had some big oversights because, like, we still have, like, big OTK stuff that ignores lots of memory, do everything for next to nothing. And, like, that's the real issue that's plaguing the game, is the fact that we do have all of this. Like, I can just play off of 1 memory and keep my turn and potentially kill you. Like, oh, he just passed. Now he's gonna split AG out. Sure. Oh, I found it. Cool. So let's see if our deck actually does the thing that we want it to do. That's the big thing, because I could go into Invisimon, de-digivolve, delete, attack into this, delete, and then... Oh, the Tyrannomon can block. That's fine. I could always just delete the Tyrannomon with Invisimon. So, yeah, this is fine. Let's be smart about this. Let's think smarter, not harder. Ooh, that's the good draw. This is the good stuff right here. But I could also still use the Mach to, like, Invisimon and then Ancient Garu. I could potentially just build another stack because I can just gain that much memory, because what is memory at this point? So yeah, let's just pop this. And let's just have some fun. Let's build 2 stacks. So now I'm at 7 memory. So I need to actually attack with the Invisimon. So I do have to do this first. Then we Invisi. De-digivolve. 2. Delete the blocker. So I could check his security. So the top card of his security is a Takamikazuchi Ace. I do have jamming, so I could easily take that check if I wanted to. But I kind of just want to control his field. I know I would be giving him a Takamikazuchi Ace, but if he's unable to actually get into it, then it shouldn't matter, right? Oh, I have to actually check the security. That was dumb. Yeah, I guess I just don't care about this. And then I pass the turn by digivolving into an Ancient Garu, bounce the card back to his hand, and I drew into the battle NPC, so I'm pretty much good to go. So we get to unsuspend the Digimon. Now it's a 16k blocker that burned the security. Vike Ace? Yeah, you could. Vike Ace also isn't a bad card. But the fact that next turn I could just Volder Arm, like, because he can't do anything about this, is absolutely hilarious to me. So I could literally swing. Like, I have lethal on field without me doing anything. So, like, even if he plays out a blocker, like, I could just swing and Volder Arm. There's a high chance that he does just get rid of this. He just hard plays something big and gets rid of it. And then that sets up my battle NPC. at the start of my main phase on deletes. So I would be able to technically trigger the battle NPC. So if I'm able to, like, find another Ancient Garu and go all the way back up, then battle NP, then I could just DNA. He doesn't have the ace in hand because that was this. It checked it out as security. I wiped his field, so he doesn't have anything to do with anything on the field. He could hard play something and then maybe do something. It's just not good enough, though. Like, it's just funny, the fact that I made this, yeah, there was nothing he could do. He was absolutely locked out. But that's kind of like the example of, like, the deck did what it was supposed to do. And it was kind of fun. Like, it was kind of kooky and fun. Going first, I reasonably could keep this. It's not exactly the best hand, but I could reasonably keep it. I have a 3, I have a 4, I have a 5, and I have a 6. It's the wrong tamer, though, so that's the only issue. I'm just gonna have to waste it. Oh, there's the correct one. Well, I found the correct tamer, chat. I mean, I think that the Fen player he should have gone for the OTK instead of just trying to, like, amass this board that I just dismantled. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, a Shadow Seraphi Ace. So this is 3 Great Angels, which means Invisimon should be pretty okay for it. Oh. Okay, so we have the battle NPC and we have the Marvin. I just need time to set them up. So I think I move this out, and then I think I just muck. That puts him to 2, returns that to hand. And then next turn I could potentially, like, Invisimon, set up a security, have battle NPC ready to go. There's no way he's putting me at 3, so maybe I should have just set up a battle NPC or a Marvin. Unfortunately, based on the deck, we're almost never going to be using Marvin's start of main to gain memory. It might come up, but highly unlikely. TK. I do have jamming, so I can just attack for free. Oh, no, but he gets to keep turn because TK is broken. So what's he going to do? End on 2? Patamon. Okay, so Invisimon is actually insane here then. So we killed the Patamon, obviously. What's the top card of this? Cherubi Ace. Oh, you're not having that, sir. Yes. And then I probably set up a Marvin. It sucks, but, that he gets to have some value, but that's about the best I can do. If I had my second level 6, I could remove it. Another Venusmon? Yeah, he gets to gain a memory, so he starts with 4. I don't necessarily care that he could kill this. It would be nice to keep it around, but it's the fact that Invisimon's still just going to be coming out, and then I have the Marvin set up to just body it. Oh, that's not good for him. That's really bad for him. Because now my Invisimon just comes out and bodies this. I'll hold in raising still. I do have a Mach to be able to use it, but I actually need to keep my Digimon. So we're just gonna Mind Link here. What's the top card of his security? Venusmon? I don't really have anything that could deal with the Venusmon. Place it at yes. Interesting. I don't know if that's a bug or not, but that's funny. And then we'll just put him. I really do want to try to set up a battle NPC, but that would give him probably more memory than I want to admit. I think I dig. Take the other level 4. Yeah. Just to try to get me closer to a level 6. Plus, this also chokes him at 1, so it's a little bit easier. So he has 2 cards left in security. The lower the security I get him, the harder it is for him to actually use Domini. And then I could always just de-digivolve Domini if he doesn't, like, hard play it. And then his whole game plan is just kind of ruined. So I think I'm in a really good spot because Invisimon's just a good card. Oh, hard play the Angelmon. And then he recovers it. And then he gains the memory. And then he evolves into Domini, kills my Mach. So probably I should have swung with the Mach then. Yeah, I guess it was a misplay not swinging with the Mach. I was just hoping to find another level 6 to be able to use it. Like, if I saw a second level 6, then I just go absolutely ham. Oh, he's just trying to recover. Angelmon, goodbye. I'll start my turn with 7 memory. That's fine. I'll move out. Let's go ahead and Mind Link. What is at the top? A Patamon. Ooh. So I will forego jamming. Just to be able to bounce that. Gain a memory. Not exactly what I'm looking for. I could play the battle NPC to set up the Gao, or I could memory boost and do something. I probably could have scrambled too, but I think I'm just going to end the turn on battle NPC. So let's go ahead and... I know he's just going to ace. I mean, this doesn't matter because I have jamming, but sure, he can pretend like that matters. Place it at the top. Why, yes, I will. Thank you very much. How did I gain the memory? Oh, because the card was added to his hand. Oh, from this inheritable. Right. Does that change anything? Not really. That sucks. So I could Gao into Gauga. Just ruin the battle NPC plan. That's fine. Oh, that's what I was looking for, though. Oh, this is so mean. This is so dirty. We'll unsuspend? Oh my god. This is so... This is not even fair. Oh my gosh. And then I just attack for game. Wow. That was not even fair. Oh. I like this deck. Maybe not this hand. My turn? We're going to spit out the Madoki, so... I could just battle MP... No, I have the Ancient, so... No, let's battle NPC. Let's see what happens when we do this. I mean, it's not that great of a play, but it's not a bad play. Setting up the memory setter on turn 1. And then if I don't... Like, it allows me to not need to commit my rookie in raising based on the matchup. Interesting. I just bounce it, right? Oh, he's just doing that in raising. I mean, I go to 3 anyway. That's pretty good. Yeah, let's just go ahead and bounce his Digimon. We'll go ahead and Digivolve using the Scramble. use this to spit out, gain the memory, and then... end the turn on Ancient. I probably should have waited on it, but I feel like this is fine. At worst, I could just play the Marvin. Okay. And then he's going to go into his level 6, delete my Digimon. Oh. Oh, that de-digivolves. Oh, shoot. That was kind of a big deal. Let's go ahead and see if we could find another level 5. No? Well, we found the level 5. A little on the late side. Especially since I now have committed both my level 4s. What does this thing actually do? On play when digivolving, piercing, when attacking. Okay, so I don't think he should be able to use this. When it would be... when this card would be deleted other than by the effects. Okay. Oh, he kills one of these. Oof, that's bad. I mean, now I just get rid of his Digimon, though. Oh, that's pretty good. Do I commit this? Yeah. I have to. Because we Digivolve here. Play out the rookie to gain the memory back. I really wish I had Siako on the field right now. So I just have jamming. So that would pass him. I think I do use this. And then that should out this. And then he's at 1. So he could Digivolve into a level 5. I'm out of level 4s, so that's a problem. But I mean, I just eat my own Digimon. Yeah, I really needed the Siako out. Because he evos into this for 1, and then he evos into a level 5 again for 1. The Dex. So that gives him retail. Oh, and he gets to gain a memory. That's the important part. So he could go back into a level 6. Oh, he can't gain the memory because Madoki. So he could still Evo for 1 into a level 5 and pass his turn. He gets to throw the Oryu underneath or the Dorugre. Yeah, I figured he was going to throw the Oryu. And then it can't have its DPB reduced. So let's go here. Another battle NPC. He has blocker retail. Do I care? That's the big question is, do I even care? I don't think I do. Let's see what he does. I should have probably just hard play the Gao first. Oh, but this works. Let's go ahead and play this. I really wish I had a level 4. How do I pass as little? I think I do just play this then. Man, I just am not seeing my level 4s. I saw like 1. So here's 2 here. And then I saw 1 go to the bottom. So out of 9 level 4s, I saw 3 of them. So I should still have a decent number that I haven't seen. Because all I need is another level 4 and then I'm good to go. So maybe playing this was a misplay. I should have played probably more Floodgates. He has all of the cards in his hand, though. Imagine if I was actually a Mirage player. Sure, he could do that. Oh, he's goading my Digimon into attacking so he could ace me. Yeah, and then Alphamon will recover. Yeah, so now in hindsight, I should have, like, Madoki'd into this. There's a level 4. Yeah, so now I'm forced to attack with the Madoki, and he's going to gain the 3 memory. So now he gets the free ace. Oh, he doesn't... Yeah, so he does get the 3 memory then. Well, an Invisimon was in my security the whole time. Okay. They didn't want to do their thingy? That's fine by me. Now the only problem is I don't actually have enough memory. So let's digivolve here. What does this actually do? During all turns when a security stack is removed. So he gets to piercing blocker. He's going to go to 3 memory anyway. So maybe I just do this while he has a whole bunch of cards in his hand. Let's do another check here. So it's not exactly as large as I wanted it to be, but it's a pretty decent sized Digimon. He gets to multi-attack. Trash the top card of my security. Oh, he has protection. Got it. Oh, he gets to gain the 3 memory then. Shoot. Yeah, but he's just gonna multi-attack anyway. At least both of those triggered at the same time. Does this not have reboot? Doesn't look like it does. He can't reduce his Digivolution cost, so fine. I mean, I'm going to go to 3 anyway, so I think that's not the desired outcome he wanted. Yeah, that's just piercing and blocker. And then his turn ends and I go to 3. Thank you. I will not use it. So unfortunately now I am in a situation where I do have to waste this. Oh, I'm not... The fact that... Oh, does this not have blocker retail? It has blocker piercing from the Kosuke. I do have jamming. Oh, but we're tied. We're both 7Ks. Fudge. I do have to waste this. Um... Oh, do I want to mind link? Yeah, sure. Oh, it can't be... Oh, that's... okay. I threw. Ah! I threw. I didn't realize that it wasn't gonna bounce. So I was best trying to bait the block. So I needed to have... What? I needed the Madoki on the field, otherwise I was gonna lose the 3 memory. I think I was just in a really sticky spot, regardless of what I did. Like, I needed the Madoki on the field, so that was misplay number 1. Because having 2 Madokis means he wouldn't have been able to get rid of them. Let me go get a drink of water, some aspirin, run a quick ad roll, and I'll be right back. Give me 2 moments. Alright, I'm back. This is okay. This is a little bit better. I'll just waste this. That's fine. Can you show the deck list? Yeah, I'll show the deck list after this again. I just really needed a sip of agua. Oh, they're playing Ghosts. I kind of need the Marvin now. Like, so far, that's one thing I kind of am seeing about this deck is if I'm unable to find all my high-level pieces, I kind of just sit and chill. Because, like, I really need to find the other level 6, and that's, like, the real power of the deck, is the fact that I do have the flexibility to just, like, swap between the 2 level 6s. And then, obviously, finding the Voldar arm is nice, so that way I could actually line up a potential DNA. I don't exactly know how much pressure Ghosts puts on me, so we'll just find out. So this is probably a battle NPC turn. for Otama. Oh, no. Battle NPC into Gao. That's even better. Digs us a little bit deeper. Found the other level 6. So all we need is the Volder Arm and we're good to go. Even just sitting on both level 6s is still really strong. So they are moving out, which is fine because I'm basically good to go. So what are they planning then? I think them moving out was a mistake. Unless they execute. But they don't have anything to attack into, so... I don't think that was particularly good. He gets to gain a memory, though. What are your thoughts on the ban list? It was good, but not enough. That's the TLDR. It was fine. All of the cards that got hit were cards that needed to get hit for the most part. I think the only like real head scratcher was like Lobo and Sting. Because I think Imperial has like way worse cards that they're abusing. Yeah, this is a really not super great position. But it's not a terrible one. Ooh, that was a good mock. Alright, what's the top card of their security? A Bakemon? The bad Bakemon? Sure. No. Yes. And then... Do I throw out a Floodgate, or... Can't reduce play cost. I think I throw out a Floodgate. Just to pass turn. Because I could Evo into Ancient, but that's not really going to be doing anything. I'd rather save the Ancient, so I think playing out a Floodgate is correct. So the reason why I'm playing out the Otamamon is in case they do have like something stupid like a Death Axe or a Medieval. Otama just turns those off. Because they're not really gaining a whole lot of memory as of right now, so the Midoki will come into play later. Yeah, I mean, Chimera is a pretty interesting card for this deck. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if they're running the Chimera variant, though. Midoki in the back. Oh, I probably should have just hard played the Midoki, because they could gain extra memory off this. Well, I guess they use this first to delete my Floodgate, so I guess it doesn't matter. The Invisi came back. What's the top card of their security? Violet. So I'd be giving them a Violet. I wish I had something to bounce. Otherwise, I would be able to, like, potentially win the game. Oh, wait. Hold on. No, that doesn't work. Okay. You could have your Violet. They're gonna gain a whole bunch of memory. I already know it. So I think I just concede everything on my field and just try to kill them next turn, because I don't think that they could really threaten me. So they're going to go to 3 anyway, so I'm just going to throw out a Floodgate and then throw out a Searching Tool. We found another Invisimon, so that's probably the pick. And then this way I could use these to be able to get up into Ancient Garu or Invisimon. So they're going to try doing something big here. I don't know if they can kill me from this position, though. Also, the low 5s are 1 cost to evolutions. Yeah. So now we get to see what this deck is really trying to do. Does this have piercing? It doesn't, so it's kind of pointless for him to attack into my Digimon. So now he gets to execute. I mean, both my Digimon are already suspended, which is why I attacked the security. Yeah, sure. Gain your 3 memory. And then he gets to replay something. And then he could Digivolve real quick. Oh, he's just spawning more blockers. I think because I have this Mach, it doesn't really matter as much. And then, are you gonna Violet again? To Digivolve that into another Reaper, which removes a blocker, which is fine. So let's pop the memory boost. Pop the training. Do I want the memory or do I want the jamming? Oh, he has got 0 cards in security, so I 100% want the memory. I just realized. Then we Digivolve here. This lets us bounce one of those. And then we go into here. This lets us, I don't know if he's running any aces. What does this on delete do? Oh, nothing. And then we attack. Unsuspend. block, and attack for game. Cool. Alright, I'm really liking this deck. Chat, I'm not gonna lie. I really like how this deck has kind of been flowing. I think they could be cleaned up a little bit. I gotta figure out, like, where the cleanup is. So, like, essentially, right now, we just have Rookie Floodgates, and then the one good one. We have, like, we're basically just playing Mirage's low end, like the level 5s and below, and we're just playing Ancient Garu, Invisimon, and Chaos Volder Arm. So, like, I think maybe I could take one of these out for an Ace Digimon. Like Imperialdramon Paladin Mode Ace. Like, maybe a Paladin Mode Ace as a one-of. So that way we have an alternative way to actually use the Invisimon if they're going to try attacking into it or something. And we can't exactly DNA. But I really do like the Ancient Garu. I like the idea and concept behind these two tamers. Battle NPC has been less useful than what I've been thinking. So maybe Battle NPC could be replaced with Davis. Like, either a Davis and Ken or a Davis. Like, I kind of don't want to do Davis and Ken. Because I feel like just finding the card has been a little bit more difficult rather than using and, like, optimizing the DNA. So I think, like, Davis is probably better than NPC. But I do like the Marvins. I think the Marvins are pretty good. Because the Marvin I could also use with the Mach. Like either of the Machs. So if they don't have a blocker, then Marvin can be used with them. And then obviously Marvin has Invisimon synergy. Cause like the thing I realized with Battle NPC is like, okay, like the Ancient Garu is mostly just here to die and not necessarily grab back a tamer, but set one up. So that's the big draw of Ancient Garu. So we're running essentially still like Mirage level ratios. And I haven't really felt like either, like seeing either of these never felt bad. So this is kind of where I have the deck currently. I think it's pretty spicy and I like it. Because it kind of shows like, okay, even without Mirage, like we do have Ancient Garu that's basically like pseudo Mirage. Because of just how this card works. And then we have Invisimon that, even though he's not like a counter tech card, he's just a very persistent mega that if we have the setup, lets us easily go into a Chaos Mountain Volder Arm, or like now at worst, like a Paladin mode ace. So I think this is spicy. I like it. I'm sure there's like room for improvement here, but I'm digging the direction. Is there actually, hold on, let's look at cyborgs real quick. Let's see if there's any blue cyborgs. We need what? Level 4 cyborg? So right now there's just Hover SB, which is like just playing into his deck, but we're not trying to do that. Because what does this card do? He just evos for 3. That's nuts. A 2-color card that just evos for 3. We got Espimon. We're not really looking to use Espimon, though. Gallantmon. Just a blocker. That's kind of garbage. Decardramon. Not exactly what I want either. Oh, we have the Kendos. Oddly enough, the Kendos. So, like, okay, there is a world where you could do the same kind of concept for blue hybrids. Because you do have the Kendos that are cyborgs to use with the Marvin Jackson. Even though you're not evolving on top of Marvin Jackson. It's just the fact that you can use his mind link to be able to do it with it, right? This tamer as the bottom Digivolution. If there are no tamers in the... Okay, so maybe that's not the greatest idea. Maybe for, like, the old school ones, it might be more worthwhile. So maybe that's not that great of an idea. Huh. Maildramon? No. We're not running Gammamon stuff. I mean, there's a decent amount of blue cyborgs. I think, like, we're looking at the level 5 ones more specifically. There's not that many great ones. So I think we're fine with this. Do you know / have a Gallant list? Or would recommend? Yeah. I think, where's my... This was the Gallant list I was working on. So, like, you just basically replace the Blitzer with this Staccato for the most part. Then when it comes to the new cards, you're running a little bit of this Guilmon. You're still running the Guilmon X's. I have to, like, look to see where the rest of competitive Guilmon, like, or Gallantmon is. Because a lot of them are on, like, this Gallantmon plus Gallantmon X plus, like, one of BT13 Gallantmon. Then you have the Aces. And, like, one of the better cards is, like, Wargrowlmon X for some added protection. You have this to be able to reset up in case things go wrong. Like, Guilmon's a pretty good deck. So this is just my Gallantmon. But considering he didn't get hit, I don't really need to work on him. What was this? Oh, right. Same concepts. Just use this engine to go up into Gallantmon X. Yeah, and then you had the Medieval and the Mega Kabu to at least let me Digivolve into him. Yeah. Now I remember this. So, like, if you want blue Gallantmon, here's this. Like, just use dogs and fishes. And then, like, Medievals and Gallant X's, because these cards are insane. So, like, there's blue Gallant. Alright, so I guess let's take a look at Takumi Kazuchi. Or, I guess not really Takumi Kazuchi, it's just going backwards. So, like, without this card... I don't think we actually use this. I think, like, Taka is, like, kind of dead. I think there's, like, the ability to play it, but we have to build the deck differently than what we have been. And maybe just going back to, like, the BT14 routes probably is the more effective way. Like, just not even playing Taka. Because the BT14 iteration can still OTK, which is crazy. Like, just because of how good this card is. It's just now we don't have access to... Like, we could still use Kazuchimon. So, like, we would just have to passively build up into a second stack to be able to then Takumi Kazuchi. Because I think the Ace is just not good enough. Like, we could use it. It's just not to me, not that great. On play when Digivolving, 2 of the opponent's Digimon gets minus 10,000 DP for the turn. Then if a tamer is in this Digimon's Digivolution source, delete a 10,000 or less DP. When attacking, by trashing the top card of our security, we get to activate its when Digivolving effect. Really doesn't scream super good. Like, we need, unfortunately, this Fen in order to actually make it good, because when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, if this has Fenry in its name, we get to trash the opponent's security. So, like, the idea is we use the Takumi Kazuchi's when Digivolving effect to delete a Digimon to then burn their security. And then replace the security that we just burnt. So, like, these 3 cards really just want to play with each other, but I honestly think you could just say screw it, and I'm just going to run Takumi, like, the old Fen. But, yeah, so we'll work on that later. As far as, like, what, like, more specifically, the Mirage limit. I guess I could just kind of wrap things up with playing this iteration of Mirage. 10. Oh, right. I took out the bond. And I put Imperial in. I don't know if bond is still correct or not. I think maybe bond is fine. So this is probably okay. Maybe try to squeeze in the Otama. The Otama floodgate. So I need to find space for one more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all correct. Maybe we do just remove the Paladin mode, the Ace. Just to fit in the floodgate. I think that's probably smarter. Because we got 4, 2, 2. Yeah. So if anyone's actually curious, you just literally run the other Mirages and you're fine. Like, it's not really that big of a deal. But I was really liking that blue Volder Arm list that I was messing around with. I think that was pretty spicy. That's something I'm going to have to, like, go back to the drawing board and really figure out. Not really, like, go back to the drawing board. Just continue to, like, iterate on it. Going first, I have the memory boosts, so I reasonably could. I'll keep it and see, just because I do have 2 memory boosts to try to find a rookie in something else. I found a rookie. But yeah, hopefully that Gallant list kind of gives you a good baseline. Ooh, Examon. Looks like they were in the same camp where they had no rookie start. So this is already looking not good. Do they take Slayer or do they take Examon? I think they take the Examon. No, another rookie. Oh, that's the good rookie, though. Level 5 or 6? We found the 5. Ayo. Yeah, that's fine. And then hopefully they don't have raid. That's the dream, is them not having the raid. If they have the raid, we're in trouble. If they don't have the raid, we're fine. So they only have 7 cards in their hand, so there's a good chance that they don't have it. Oh, misplay. Okay, so they did have the raid, but they completely misplayed, so we're good. Yeah, sure, fine. He did his job. I guess I'm gonna just try digging. Yes, I will play a card. Thank you for asking. Gain a memory, and then we both draw. Draw, draw. Not what I'm looking for. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to crack this. Unfortunate. So I'm doing this just to get rid of this, gain the memory, and then I could evolve here. And then hopefully evade is gonna be good enough. It was helpful? Not a problem. So they set up their trap, which is not good for me. So I have to bait them out of their trap. No, I don't have a Thomas, unfortunately. I wish I did. Does this natively have raid? No. I mean, the beta already did its job for the most part. Let's see if they have it. Oh, I have to hard play something, don't I? There we go. Let's both draw cards. Still no Thomas. Gain a memory. And still no Thomas. But we get to gain more memory. So now I could potentially swing to try to bait this out. Yeah, I think I just have to swing. So I'm going to swing, eat this to unsuspend to evade. Oh, he just took it. So does he not have it? How does this work? I mean, he's got 12 cards in his hand. He should. So I don't know what they're doing. Do they got it or do they not? Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah. I figured they didn't have it. See, Mirage is just fine. I have 2 digging tools, no rookies at the start. I'm just gonna mully. That's a little bit better. Not as much dig, but just a little bit more, more of a something. We'll set up this Thomas. Another Hankoon. Interesting. We will not move. We will try to dig for a level 6. Found one. Look, it's like he never even left. Actually, we want that order. Not that we're actually going to get to the bottom of the deck, but that was just the good order. Oh, look at them. They went to the pre-release. Oh, thank you. I needed that. Oh, there's the good one. Alright, so I just wait a turn. Ooh, spicy. Set up a floodgate and call it good. I don't have any ability to actually out the level 6, which is the problem. Like, usually this is a pretty hard matchup for me. Like, for Mirage in general, it's a pretty rough matchup. Oh, well, I guess I don't have to worry about anything then. Sure, we can pretend like that matters. Now I'm drawing all my megas. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't exactly have the greatest inheritables. The deck actually doesn't gain memory, so I do want to prioritize keeping this Floodgate around. And then we'll just use the combination of these. Not what I want to see. Because that's a lot of tamers. So even if they de-digivolve me, I think I'm okay with this. So I'll gain 1 memory back. That's fine. Oh, I gained 2 memory back. I lied. Oh, they still don't have 8 cards in their hands, so I can't use that. I need to stop them from reducing their Digivolution costs. They're going to go to 3 anyway, so I think the correct answer is just either pass or play the beta. And I'll just try to play the beta to threaten something. I could have evoed up, but I don't want to get rid of the Siako, because them reducing their Digivolution costs is something I want to prevent. Yeah, congratulations, you still paid 2. I could have bounced one of the Tamers, but I felt like this is just more oppressive overall. Yeah, they goofed. They were just like, oh, shoot, I don't have the memory. But yes, so in that situation, I did have access to 3 different megas. So I could have evoed into the can't be redirected, which is pretty decent because that deck likes to block sometimes. I could have bounced one of the Tamers back into their hand. Even though I didn't have a Tamer to play out myself, just removing a Tamer is still pretty impactful. And then I also had Hexablow to do the same thing and put that much more pressure on the opponent. So, like, I had so many different answers because of 2 of which got rid of Tamers, mind you. So it's just like, yes, even though we lose... So the thing with Mirage that we might have to shift the focus of is we might have to double down on the burst mode. So I might need to readjust the deck to add more burst mode in. I'm going first. This is still not... Like, these are the worst of the level 5s and the level 4 that we have. I'll see where this goes, because I do at least have a Searcher. So, like, I think with Mirage, we just need to double down on the burst modes. I think that's the big thing we have to do. Okay, the good Honkoon. We already have a burst mode, so we're gonna take the Gao. So, Dog Engine versus Dog Engine, blue versus purple, the classic battle of who is more broken. I found a level 6. So I think maybe I just go for it. So I could bounce that Digimon back up into his hand. Just for the tempo, because I'm going to be a little bit off on it. So... So I could go into either of the Honkuns. I think I go into this one, though, still. Just for the tempo. And then it spawns out the Floodgate, because I'm going to be passing turn. And then even though I don't have a Thomas in my hand, the fact that I have Evade can still be pretty relevant. So now they get to do everything they want to do. And hopefully they can't out my field. Okay, so they are Levia. Oh, they're not playing... They don't have their full line. If I had Thomas, I would have loved to play him. So maybe I just need to adjust my ratios a little bit to maybe put more Thomases in. And then the other big thing is adjust... Oh, I guess they gave up. So I probably need another burst mode. Oh, I could just... So I'm going to need another burst mode. I have a lot of level 5s, so I could just cut... So maybe I cut both of those Honkuns, and then I run a second Ace. And then I run an extra Thomas. So, like, maybe this is the play? I'm still at 51, though, aren't I? So, I could cut one of the Floodgate rookies. As much as I hate to do it, like, I might have to. Just to try to be more all-in on the burst mode. Because, like, this is the only way I'm actually answering stuff outside of Hexablow. So, like, maybe this is a little bit better. Still have our 4 Mirages, 2 Hexablows, 3 burst modes, and then extra Tamer. I could go maybe down a blue scramble if I wanted to fit in another Tamer too. But let's just rock this and kind of see where things go. So I'll probably get like maybe 1 or 2 more games and then call it good for this stream just because I need to eat. Eating is nice. We really... We're going second, so we could draw into something. We do have the mental training, and at worst, we could pseudo. Let's be greedy and keep this. We'll be really greedy. I think we played against this player before. Yeah, they're just playing Chronicles. Do I get punished for Pseudo Ace? I don't think I do. So part of me is like, okay, I'm going to play Pseudo Ace so I could set up the Mirage. And then that gives me access at burst moding whenever I want. And because I have 2 burst modes, I could be kind of aggressive with them if I really wanted to. I don't have jamming, so I do have to keep that in mind. So now I could try to develop something again. Yeah, the fact that he gets to gain 2 memory off this is nuts. Like, Cool Boy is just such an insanely strong card. I don't know if using more Chronicle stuff is better or less Chronicle stuff is better. Because I like the gimmick that it's trying to go for. It's just going, like, with old Hex stuff doesn't seem terrible. Is he gonna attack into me and then pop my evade? No, he's not. Yeah. He's running this guy. Oh, he de-digivolves me. Okay. I forgot he has de-digivolve. De-digivolve is like too strong. Yeah, because I didn't have, like, that would have been that would have been better if I had a backup level 6. This is fine. I just need to find cards. Cool Boy was supposed to feel like it's a 3 cost instead of 2. Yes. Cool Boy does a massive amount. Like, it's... Like, we forgot how OP Cool Boy actually is. Because the way the game flows is a little bit different. Not that it made Cool Boy bad. It just made us forget. We take the good Hankun. Thank you. No, but Cool Boy is, like, still one of the better tamers in the entire game, in my perspective, because... For the low cost of 2, you get a dig 3, potentially hit 2 things off of it, and then every time you basically do the X antibody evolution thing, you get to gain a memory and draw an extra card. It's insane. Gazi. I think I kind of do something. I feel like I kind of do something. So I'm playing it slower than I normally would. So this chokes them. Like, I could have very easily gone up into either of these, but I have no real incentive to do that. That's my big thing. Like, I could have gone into this Mirage to try to bait something out, but I think, like, their deck isn't necessarily as hyper efficient as ours. So, like, they get to go into their level 4, then they get to go in their level 5, and then what? Yeah, like, they have to actually do the proper, not, like, using X antibody to evolve, but they have to, like, use the X antibody mechanic and evolve from the base on the same level. So this is kind of what I was waiting for, was them to set up their tamer, so that way I could just throw it away. So, like, they could evolve into their level 5. Oh, what does this do? He gets to delete a level 5 or lower. So he gets to delete my level 5. Yeah, maybe now I just try to be more efficient. It's not a great play, but it's a play. Yeah, I think maybe I should have just Zudoed, but then they would just use their Reapermon, kill themselves. Like, I'm curious to see what their response is going to be. I don't have a backup level 4, so that's going to be really bad. Necromon is efficient, but a lot of its memory gain is on the back end rather than the front end. Yeah. So this would delete this, and then I evade, and I'm good. I mean, he gets to gain memory and potentially do something else, but I at least get to evade. And then they get to gain 2 memory. Oh, and they de-digivolve my Digimon. Ooh, that's not good. Wait, they just threw out the scramble? Is it de-digivolve 1 or 2? So now he gets to gain the 2 memory back. Plays out his Metal Phantomon and then deletes itself. Yeah, I would have liked to play this Thomas out too. So he's gonna obviously play out the level 5 to delete itself to delete this. Otherwise, he plays out, what, level 4? The only level 4 he has is the Bakemon. And that's not good. Yeah, so then he just deletes himself to delete this. I mean, it's annoying, but it's not that backbreaking. Like, I already know I could have played this match a lot better than what I already have. So, like, I do know I'm misplaying. Because, like, my goal is just to set these up, essentially, now. And then just go for a big OTK turn. Because, like, if I set these up and this up, then I should be in a really strong spot to basically do whatever I want, and he's barely... And we haven't touched each other's securities yet, at all. So I am going to move out just to get the check-in. Actually, hold on. I should probably dig first. So I have to use this first. Just because if I saw a level 4, then I could use it and still search at the same time. That's not good. I mean, it is, because I gotta do another attack. Okay. Do I set up time? No, I don't set up Thomas. I think I just set up one of these. And then I just take another turn to set up even more. So I found the level 4. Unfortunately, I had to take the level 4. So hopefully in like 2 turns he can't kill me. That's essentially the game plan, is hope that they can't kill me in 2 turns. Otherwise, things are going to look a little on the rough side. So they're probably just going to reset up their Violet. So I think I'm safe. Because if he evos into a level 3, or unless he has another scramble, they're going to be evoing for 3 into the level 5, which the level 5 really wouldn't do a whole lot here. So I should be okay. Because next turn I'm probably just going to set up Blue Memory Boost, Thomas, Evo, Gao in the back, and then I'm good to go. Like, yes, obviously, I know this matchup would be way easier if this was the new Mirage, or the good Mirage. So they're gonna double Violet here. Okay. So it's probably in their best interest to not swing, even though probably putting pressure on is actually the correct answer. I guess the big question is, do they have the level 5? So that's the magic question, is do they have the level 5, and then are they going to actually use it? Or does execute only work? Okay. So how does this card give memory? If the opponent has a Digimon. So just don't play a Digimon and I'm good. Easy. Oh, I even found the good Mirage. I don't even have to use the bad one. And then we just play Thomas, and we should be all set up. And hopefully they don't have the ability to win the game. So, unfortunately, I am giving them too much memory to use Necromon. So, they could use Necromon, punch for 2, 3, 4, and then they'd have to find another way to deal 1 more damage. But Necromon's going to be, like, basically their whole turn. Yeah, I could show the deck list when I'm done again. I know Execute allows them to attack, but they would have to attack with everything. So they have, like, if they use one of these to evolve into a Necromon, that's going to be 2 checks. So that's leaves me at 3 security. So 4 security, 5 security. Or, yeah, no, it would be 2 checks. So I would be at 3. Then 4, then 5. Yeah, so then they get their on deletes to gain memory here. But Execute's not like Rush. Like, they have to be able to attack in order to actually make the attack. So they reasonably, unless something in their deck gives them Rush, they reasonably shouldn't kill me from 5 security. Meanwhile, I should be able to kill them on Crackback. Oh. Yeah, so if they go into Necromon, they just take 2 checks and I still have security left. Or, like, they just can't kill me. And then they're only going to be gaining 2 security, or like 2 memory off of this, so they're going to put me to 1. Oh, they're so dead. Are all mine 12Ks? Now that I think about it. Yeah, all of them are 12Ks. Yeah, and then he gets to revive something. He could evolve, but he can't make the attack. Even if he could make the attack, I still have 1 security. And then I just kill him on Crackback. So he gets to play out a lot of bodies here, though. Because he gets to play out the level 5 or below, then the level 4 or below. But no blockers either. And then if he uses this Violet, then he just evolves. Oh, he could have 1 blocker. That's about the best that he's got, is the potential of 1 blocker. Which we already know that I could just ignore. So I have the this, which would ignore their level 5 blocker. So they could go up into another Necromon. They just wouldn't be able to do anything. So he's reducing the evolution costs. Probably going to go up into here for 1. Into a blocker. Otherwise, he's dead on field. Supposedly dead on field. Bless you. You're excused.
My luck was pretty good in her last time, so I got a double pack again.
Oh, nice. Alright, and let's proceed to win the game in the good old-fashioned way, because limited to 1 means absolutely nothing anymore. Let's go... Oh, let's do it the correct way. We will use you. Evo here. Oh my god, and blue scramble? Man, this game loves me. Let's go ahead and scramble the eggs.
Nothing important.
This saves me 1 memory. Play out a Digivolution source. The good old classic combo. Draw your cards. Draw them. Gain a memory because paying for things is overrated. Ooh, this is so dirty. All right.
So many cards in your hand.
It's only 13. They have 12. It's nothing. This is nothing.
This is Digimon.
Yeah. We'll evolve into here. Get rid of this. Why interact with your opponent? Why pay for memory? This is fine. Good old healthy gameplay. I only paid 1 for this. So I started my turn at 3, mind you. And so far, I went into a Mega and have done and removed his major threat, all for nothing. Let's Digivolve here. Burst.
Oh, are you playing Mirage?
Yup. The nerfed version.
The nerfed version?
The nerfed version,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I'm using the bad Mirages in here.
Wait, did you get your announcement?
Yeah, it's not a good ban and restriction list. I'll tell you more in a minute. Yeah, and now I just go to town. So let's reduce your hand size. Boom, 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 boom.
What?
I'm taking cards out of his hand. Don't worry, I'm a good guy. He'll have cards again. Look, we both get to draw a card. See, I'm helpful. I'm helping him.
Group hug.
Yeah. No, I don't need to unsuspend. Now I swing again. No, still don't need to unsuspend. I mean, yes, don't worry, I let him draw a card just so I could take it away. Look. Easy.
He has 1 security left.
Yeah, he's dead. There's nothing he could do. He is 100% dead. I started this turn at 3 memory, and I've done nothing but actually gain memory.
You're at 6 memory?
Yeah. Don't worry. I also have, like, 4 more potential attacks I could have done. It's not a big deal. There, we win. Alright, so I'll show you my nerfed version of Mirage to round out the stream. Well, I'll go back to my fun deck that I was playing at the beginning of the stream, too, in case anyone's just joining or tuning in. So, as far as Mirage, yes, he did get a limit on his good version. So, to compensate for that, we just play bad versions. And the deck stays the same, and that's it. I think we have to go a little bit heavier into the OTK aspect again. But that's not that big of a deal. Like, to be honest, like, the real problem is actually burst mode, because this is what's allowing us to kill the opponent. So, obviously, having this card is better. But we do have, like, basically the pseudo-baby version of him, to where even if they have enough cards in their hand, we can't add something, we could still use this to make his Digivolution cost cheaper. So, and he's natively unblockable, which is still pretty good. It's not this level good, but the fact that we still basically get to cheat out our evolutions hyper efficiently is always nice. And then we also have the BT13 version, which has evade built in, tamer removal built in, and the ability to set up our tamer built in all at the same time is not terrible. He's not going to be triggering too often to set up our tamers, because we got to find more tamers to set up, but just 1 or 2 is, like, borderline enough for all that we need. Then we just have Hexablaumon in here still because he's Hexablaumon. This card's still bonkers. He's still just that good. Yeah, and then we're just doubling down on burst mode, so I don't think we can run like a level 7 ace anymore because these aren't removing Digimon, unlike him, and this is at least stunning Digimon, so it's soft removal. So, like, we lose a lot of our control mid-combo, so that's why we kind of have to double down on the burst mode. Otherwise, we have zero ability to remove any threats that the opponent has. Outside of Zudo Ace. So, like, I cut the old Hankun out to run the Zudo Aces because sometimes you could just, like, oh, I'm gonna Hankun, spit out something, Evo for essentially 0, and then that Ace baits the opponent into a bad position. So, that's kind of the whole gist, and then we're still just running all of the broken cards. We're running Floodgates, Memory Gain, Bounce for low-level Digimon, Search, more Search, and basically the new Hammer Spark. Then Tamer-wise, I don't know the exact ratios on what would be good or not, so I'm just using 2 Memory Fixers and more of the on-play draw, because at least, like, if I see the on-play draw, that could get me into cards I want to see. And then, like, yeah, just more birds and dogs, like, so. Wish Seed Garurumon was useful. Yeah, I could see that. Hey, show your deck list later. Focus. Yeah, so, like, we just have to double down on the OTK with burst mode. That's the essential thing. So, like, I don't know if this Mirage is better or if this Mirage is better to enable that. They both have their pros and cons, so it's worth, like, playing and experimenting on, like, the ratios of what you want to run. But, yeah, so that's essentially the updated version of Mirage. It's still stupid just because the engine is incredibly powerful, which led me to create this monstrosity of a deck. You'll see a lot of similarities in the low end because, again, not paying for your Digivolutions, spoiler, is really good and what's broken about Digimon. But essentially what we're trying to do is the same exact thing. We're paying nothing to Digivolve, still playing Floodgates to slow the opponent down. And then the top end for this iteration changes to Ancient Garurumon and Invisimon. So Invisimon is what we're going to want to lead with. So that way we could swing with our Digimon with jamming because we have lots of jamming inheritables. Then Invisimon goes away into our security so that way he could get played out for free later. And then we follow that up with Ancient Garurumon so that way we can set up 2 megas on the same time, like at the same time, to be able to DNA into Chaosmon Volder Arm, which puts a lot of pressure onto the opponent's side of the field. So that's the whole gimmick and idea of this, and then we just have an ace because we could still run it. Don't know if it's needed, but still good. And the fact that, like, Ancient Garurumon is basically, like, honorary Mirage, because, you know, it's still a blue dog. Blue dogs do blue dog things. And it synergizes with all of the, like, hey, make sure to add cards to the opponent's hand. So, like, he just still synergizes with all of that. Then we have Davis as the Tamer to search out basically everything in the deck. And then the only off card of the deck is Marvin Jackson, and Marvin is just for Invisimon, and borderline Invisimon alone. So Marvin plus Invisimon means we could keep using Invisimon over and over again to, like, poke at the opponent's security, then hide in ours, and then he'll come out later. And then his on-play to Digivolve and then delete something is, like, incredibly strong. And then Ancient Garurumon's also incredibly strong just because when we go up into it and it removes, they both have on-plays. So, again, partition off Voldermon just works. And then the other big change is we're not playing the Zudo. Instead, we're playing the Mach just for more Cyborg synergy with Marvin Jackson. Because, like, if we don't have jamming in our stack, we can Marvin Jackson to put it underneath. And this card also has some, like, funny case uses where if we're leading with Mach into Invisimon, Invisimon de-digivolves himself into Mach, and then we go into Ancient Garurumon, and then we can have, like, a 16k blocker. So, it's not bad. But basically the rest of the deck is basically just Mirage Engine, because it's broken. Why do we have to bother wasting our time paying for things when we don't have to? So that's kind of the idea behind this deck, and in some of the matches earlier in the stream, it was working rather well, like shockingly well, like well enough to where I don't know if I would play this in tournament, but enough to play it at locals. So yeah, that's kind of the whole concept. I know there's a tons of decks to explore with the ban and restriction list change, so I'll be going over that, but I'm a absolute dirty, filthy, degenerate blue player, so I figured I might as well start with blue. But that's all I really have for this stream. I hope you enjoyed the deck profiles, the changes, the iterations, and the games. And with that, I hope everyone enjoyed this content. If you did, make sure to tell me your thoughts down in the comments below if you're not watching this live or you didn't watch this live. Also, if you liked it, make sure to leave that like and subscribe, so that way I know you actually are enjoying this content, and I'll do more of it. And with that, I hope to see everyone in the next video or stream, and I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their day.